Okay, on the test bench, I've got a Pool Controls SG salt or mineral chlorinator. And this is a quick video to show you how to do the basic programming. First thing we need to do is plug it in, turn it on. It'll take a minute and it'll come to this home screen. Once you've got this home screen, we want to check the time's correct. If the time is correct, we can move on to the cycles, but if you need to adjust the time, the way we do that is the menu or enter button. Press it once, it says timer menu. Press it again. Sometimes Pool Controls need a couple of clicks to enter the menu. Here we go, set time. We're going to enter set time. Now we've got hours. Once you see hours, we can press up and down to adjust the hours. When we see minutes, we can press up and down to adjust the minutes on the time. Press enter, it'll say OK and go back to the home screen, and the time is now adjusted correctly. The next thing we need to do is set the cycles when you want your pool to turn on and off. As out of the box, it's going to come pre-programmed to turn on at 7 o'clock in the morning, off at 11 in the morning, and then back on at 6 p.m. and run till 10 p.m. that night. That may not suit everyone, so most likely people will probably adjust those cycles. So the way we adjust those cycles, again, the menu or enter button, we go back into the timer menu. When you see set time, we're in the menu, so we press up and you'll see adjust cycles. We go in here, press enter. We can see the on at 7 o'clock. From here up and down, we'll adjust the start time. When it says off at 11, we can again adjust the off time. We hit enter and it'll move into the second cycle. This one's coming on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever time you'd like. And the off is going to be 6 o'clock at night. So once again, we can adjust that to 6:30 if we want to run a little bit longer. Once we're happy with that, we press enter. And we have set the cycles. The next main thing we're going to need to do is control the output of the cell. So that's how much chlorine it's producing. So after you've had your pool for a little while, you get your water tested. And we'll keep an eye on your chlorine level. And if your chlorine's high, you may need to reduce the output. If your chlorine's low, you may need to increase the output of the cell. Okay, so the way we do that is we go back into the menu. We don't want a timer menu. We press up, adjust output, hit enter. This one's set to 70%. Let's pretend that we had a water test and it was low, and I want to put it up to 90%. Hit enter. It'll go back to its home screen, and that is done. The only other thing you may need to do in these menus is if we're using a full Wi-Fi automation system, we may want to go and set it on full manual on, which means it's going to rely on the Wi-Fi system to turn the unit on and off instead of its built-in timer. So the way we do that, we need to go into the advanced menu. So we hold off for 4 seconds. Advanced menu, we hit enter. We go down, full manual on, we hit enter. We hit enter. And it's in manual on. One other thing we may want to do is if you have a pool cover, you can see this pool cover mode down here. Press that, cover mode on, cover off. So when you put your solar blanket or whatever cover you've got over your pool, you want to make sure it says cover on. What that'll do is it'll reduce the chlorine output if you leave your pool covered with your chlorine on a high output, you'll end up with really high chlorine in the pool, which can do damage to the gel coat or vinyl surface, whatever it is. Alright, but that's it. That's the Pool Controls SG basic functions.